welcome to my video. My name's Sienna, if you haven't watched any of my videos before. Today I'm going to be doing a very highly requested influencer Q&A. So a couple of months ago I posted on my Instagram, asked me any influencer questions, and I had so many people ask questions, which I'm so grateful for. So I pretty much went through all the questions and just summarized them and categorized them. I think I have just under 20 questions today, so let's get into it because it's going to be a long video. How do you keep your Instagram profile so aesthetically pleasing? I get this question so much, along with like the filter question. I spend many hours of the night staying up, crying, getting frustrated, leaving it, coming back to it over and over again. I put a lot of work into my Instagram account in terms of aesthetic wise, just because so many people think it's so nice. So a lot of people are attracted to my Instagram account because of my aesthetic and the overall look of it. And saying that, I post a lot of filler pictures which really ruin my engagement a lot, but it makes my account look really nice. I would recommend just using a consistent filter and having everything colored similarly. Like I have a more of a yellowy hue to all of my photos. It's just slight, but it's enough to make everything very similar. It's just through practice, finding your aesthetic and learning a little bit more. How do you grow an Instagram account and collab with brands? So I reached out with brands when I think I was at 3,000 followers, and how I got there is just by reaching out to brands. Pretty much that's all. Like I just said, I'd love to collaborate with you, like let me know if you're interested or not. Most of the times brands did decline me because I didn't have many followers and I was just starting out, but a couple of brands believed in me and then it literally just took off, which was awesome. And I've been able to work with about 60 brands now, so I love it. It's an amazing job. In terms of growing your Instagram account, I think TikTok is just the best way to grow. That's how I've grown so many followers. Even though I actually really don't like TikTok, I really want to delete TikTok, but I get most of my collaborations and followers via that, so I feel like I can't. I feel like I'm trapped in that. What got you into the fashion side of Instagram and how did you make a living out of it? So originally I was more on the travel side of Instagram, but obviously because of COVID I had to sort of switch it up and find another avenue. I've always loved fashion. I went through a boho stage, an indie kind of stage, a vintage kind of stage, and now I'm here where I think I describe my style like a little bit more chic and Parisian, while I'm still channeling that fun kind of style. But I started posting more fashion pictures on my Instagram and I got nothing but nice feedback, so I think that really pushed me over the edge to pursue that as my full-time job. Why did you start your Instagram account? So I started my Instagram account because I really wanted to go on a little bit more of a journey of self-love and build my confidence a bit. And if you know me, and so many people have said this to me, like, you never would have posted a photo of yourself, or you hated being in front of the camera, and like that's very true, but I think I needed to become more confident in myself, and I think fashion really helps me build my confidence, and I feel confident in what I wear. So I think that was a massive thing, and the ability to inspire other people as well and have an impact and also help younger girls build their confidence and learn a little bit more about fashion is just always so fun, and I'm really grateful that I have that position that I can do that. How do you take such aesthetic photos? I'm a photographer and videographer, that's my job. So I think I've always had an eye for it. Wherever I go, I look for things to take photos of. And I've been doing that since I was about 12. So I think it's just habit for me, but I think just start looking out, like look at inspiration on Pinterest and then maybe go recreate that. And while you're doing that and you are taking photos, you're still learning. So you're learning what you like and what you don't like, and I think that's always really helpful when you want to start taking more aesthetic photos, and you just train your brain to be able to recognize what you think is aesthetic and what you don't think is. With having an Instagram account, I think being an influencer, it encourages me to be creative, and I love that. I love being able to find different avenues where I can be creative and I can express myself a little bit more. So becoming an influencer and doing that's just helped me expand my creativity and find another avenue and a place where I can show people my creativity. What was the first brand you ever worked with? So I reached out to heaps of brands, and the first brand like I technically collaborated with was Temptation Vacation, and that was big for me because they had such a big following, and I was like, oh my gosh, this brand wants to collaborate with me who has not much of a following. This is awesome. And they sent me 2 shirts and I created these pictures here. Yeah, it was awesome. I'm so grateful for them. Do you take most of your photos yourself, and what equipment would you recommend? So I take most of my photos with my mum and my auntie, and I think it's been fun. Like, I feel so bad for them because I feel like it's a burden on them that I'm always saying, let's go take photos. But I try and schedule every Monday as my photo taking day, but when they can't, I'll bring my tripod down and shoot there. I have a little adapter where I can connect my phone to it and take photos on Lens Buddy, or even just like record video on my phone and screenshot that. But I use I'm currently looking at my tripod because my camera is actually on that. I use the Manfrotto B3, and that's an amazing tripod, but I got that because I'm a photographer and videographer, so I had that before. Like, I recommend the tripod, but if you're just using it for influencing, I would recommend something a little bit more cheaper because this is a little bit of an expensive tripod. I love taking content and want to post more, but I'm scared of what people will think. Any tips? Do you ever feel anxious about posting? I always get so anxious about posting. It's something about not knowing what people will think about what I'm showing, and if they'll like it, or if someone will be mean to me about it. That's always something that's on the back of my mind. But I think because now I have so many people that support me and so many people that write lovely comments and send me messages, I think that's helped me kind of build my confidence and go, okay, it's okay, some people actually do like it, and if they don't like it, unfollow me. Really, like, I go through my followers a lot, and I will get rid of anyone that doesn't really engage with me or doesn't seem to like my content or something like that. Or I get rid of a lot of old men because I don't want men following me. That's just me. But I think if people are your real friends and are actually nice people, they're going to support you. If people are mean to you about it, then like obviously you know that you should not be friends with them, because it's just not like, it's not necessary and it's not nice. And I find like even throughout high school I would get bullied for posting stuff on Instagram and on YouTube, and I think the biggest thing is those people aren't worth your time, and you know not to be friends with them. But just do it. Like, honestly, it is scary, but it's so worth it, and like you won't regret it once you're down the track. And if you do it as a full-time job and you're making money out of something that you love, like, that's awesome. How do you edit your Instagram pics? What filters do you use on your feed? I get probably about 5 questions about these each day, and so many girls are messaging me like, oh, can you just send me like how you edit it and what you do. And I had a tutorial up a while ago on my TikTok, but I deleted it because I was like, this is my unique style, and if it's requested that much, like, it sounds bad, but I can be selling it and I can be making money out of it. So I think I'm going to release presets soon, although I'm really hesitant because I don't want people copying my style. I'm really big about copying, and it's a difference between taking inspiration and just flat out copying. And I think if people have my filters, I feel like my content won't be as unique. That's my little fear there. So I don't know, I might release them, I might not, but I think if I release them they'll be a little bit more expensive, because it actually does take a very, very long time to edit my filters and create a unique kind of thing. But once I got it, it was just amazing. Your view on people that buy followers? I have a very negative view on that. Obviously, I think it was like 2013 when Instagram first started, a lot of people did buy followers. I was never allowed to do that because mum and dad would be like, why would you buy followers? Like, it's so weird. When you're younger, you're like, yeah, I want to buy followers. But right now, like, it's just weird. I think it's really weird. I don't think it's necessary. I think it's really fake. Very, very fake, because it's not organic. And they all end up being bot accounts, and Instagram ends up deleting them anyways. It ruins your engagement rate in the long run, and it's not good. Like, you want people that are genuinely there for you, not fake people and fake accounts that don't actually, like your content, they're just there because you paid money for it. Where do you get your inspo for your feed? I get a lot of my inspiration from Endlessly Love Club and Matilda Jerf and Disco Daydream and Sky Reachley, and their accounts are amazing. So I get a lot of my inspiration from that, but if I'm not getting inspiration from that, I will get it off Pinterest, or I'll see an item and I'm like, yep, I know how I want to photograph this, and it will just come to me naturally. But I think having Instagram and TikTok, it's only natural that you do get inspiration of things. Do you find yourself being stressed or overwhelmed with being a content creator? Do you recommend becoming an influencer? And does having to be involved with social media take a toll on your mental health? Oh my gosh, yes. This is a really great question, and everyone that asks these questions, because that was a massive combination of a few, and everyone that asks these questions, I really appreciate that, because it's so important to know that being an influencer, there's so much more that goes behind it. And a lot of people are like, no, you just post a photo of yourself on social media, but you have to think that you have to film this, you have to photograph this, then you have to edit it, you have to talk to people, you have to negotiate with brands, you have to not get paid sometimes, which is ridiculous. You have to send the brand stuff, you have to get approval, like it's all this stuff. You have to do research for your hashtags, you have to do research for your niche, you have to interact with your followers. Like there's so much that goes behind it. And I think as well, because social media is such a highlight reel, I feel like there's so much pressure to be an amazing influencer and nail it on its head every single time and create amazing content. And I often find that I'm on Instagram and TikTok and all that, looking at other people's content going, oh my god, why does my content not look like that? Like I wish I could look like that. How do they look like that? How are they making this amazing content? How are they working with these amazing brands? Not in like a negative way of like, oh my god, like I'm so jealous of them. Like I'm not jealous, but like I do wish that was me, but I'm not going, oh, they suck. I'm going, congratulations on them. How do you do it? I want to know, because I want to be in a similar position, because I admire you. It does take a massive toll on your mental health, and I think lately I've been struggling with that, because I'll go out and shoot and I won't feel confident, and then I'll have to retake it another couple of times because I didn't feel confident, I didn't know what I was doing. And I always want to produce the best content possible, but I find there's so much pressure to do it, so I never perform at my highest ability. I'm such an overwhelmed person and I put a lot of stress on myself, so I think being an influencer is very stressful, but like at the same time it's so worth it. Like I love it and I wouldn't want to not be it. What do you take your photos on? So I am currently using the iPhone 12 Max Pro. I used to have the iPhone X, which I took a lot of photos on, but then one day it just randomly turned off and I lost 24,000 photos. And it was just the most devastating thing of my life. I cried so much. I was at my partner's house and I'm sitting on the couch and it turns off. And I took it to Apple and they're like, oh, it's just broken. Like I didn't drop it or anything. They were like, sometimes that happens. And I was just like, are you serious? And then they didn't even want to pay for, like, to help get that information off it. And I was like, I have all of my photos on there. I have all my memories on there. And like now I don't have them anymore. So I was definitely sad about that. I did end up just getting the iPhone 12 Max Pro just for the sake of I'm getting a new phone. It's only a couple hundred more than what it was. I had the money saved up for a new camera, and I was like, well, I need a phone now. Like all my content and stuff I shoot on my phone, so I wanted to get the best quality possible. But yeah, it's annoying. It was an investment in my business and I was able to do it as a tax write-off because all of my content and stuff is shot on here, which is awesome, but it's just frustrating. How do you find places to take your pictures? So I would go on drives with my mum and find places to go take photos. It's really just an experiment. Like I literally just go to the same car park all the time, but I'm getting sick of it because everyone goes there. And I found a place a couple of months ago and I was taking some photos there, and then I had girls messaging me saying like, they don't even follow me, and they were messaging me saying, where's this? And I'm always hesitant to show them because I know that they're going to take photos there, then they're going to tell everyone, and then it's just going to become like the car park that I take photos at. But then I feel like bad because they want to know, and that's completely fair enough. Like it's so hard to find places because I'm from a small coastal town, so unlike going to the city, there's not many places where you can take photos. And I've actually gone to the car park. It was the first time the other day, and there were girls taking photos there, and it was the first time I'd run into like other influencers taking photos there, and I was like, Mom, what do we do? And we literally just sat in the car and just waited, and it was just so awkward because I felt so bad for them, because I was like, oh, like they know that I'm like, they know that we're there, and they know that we can probably see them, but they looked amazing and they were doing such a good job. So it was very, very funny. But like, I want to find other places to take photos at, and I keep trying to convince my parents to like render, because our house is fully brick, and I keep trying to convince my parents to like render the back of our house so that I can just take photos that I never have to leave the house. But I think when I get my own house, I think everything will be rendered white, and then I will literally never leave the house. Like, I'll just make all these photo locations for me to shoot, so I just never have to go and be embarrassed and feel awkward around other people. How did you grow your following? And I had a question on this before, but I'm just going to answer it again because my emphasis is so much on TikTok. TikTok is the best way to grow your Instagram, hands down. I'm just going to say it here, TikTok. And doing trends and all that kind of stuff, like I posted a TikTok and I got 1.4 million views on it, and I think I got 500 followers from that. But then I posted a different TikTok, and it was what I got in 2 weeks as a micro influencer, and that got 250,000 views, and I gained, I think, 2,000 followers from that in the period of a month. So that was amazing. So I think TikTok is just the best way to grow. I definitely would not have as many followers as I do now if I didn't have TikTok. In saying that, I hate TikTok. They're gonna find me and shadow ban me for that, but I just do not like TikTok at all. Like, I feel like my brain just goes numb when I watch TikTok. Like, it just glazes over. It's hard to make like videos that go viral, but sometimes just random ones will. Like the video that got 1.4 million, it was just the most random video. So I don't know, it's hard. It's very, very hard to grow your following, and I'm still struggling with that. What are your goals across your social media platforms? So my goal is to get 50k by the end of next year. I was hoping to get 20k by the end of this year, but I feel like it's a little bit unrealistic. If you want to share my Instagram account, that would be amazing. Thank you. But I want to get 10k on YouTube and 20k on TikTok, which I think that's the most realistic one out of all of them, because my TikTok is growing very fast, although I do want to delete it. So I don't know. I want to create it into a full-time job in the sense of my main income instead of photography and videography. Did you always want to become an influencer? Deep down, I wanted to do something like this, but because I was bullied, as I said before, it was very, very hard to do it and to build up the confidence to do it. But I think deep down, yeah, I've always wanted to do that and just, I don't know, be able to share stuff and have people who are interested in what I'm interested in, because I do struggle to make friends for the sake of not being able to relate to them. So although it sounds so sad about like friends online, but I have made a few friends online that I will be meeting up with once we're out of lockdown. But yeah, I definitely don't regret ever becoming an influencer. I think it's so much fun and it's honestly amazing. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that helped on some level. Let me know if you have any other questions down below. Make sure that you're subscribed, because I have so many girls that message me on Instagram and they're like, ask me for all these tips, and they don't even follow me, and I'm just like, if I'm gonna help you, why would you not follow me? Like, it's just kind of just like trying to use me, which some of them just do, because I always end up answering them because I feel bad because I would want to be answered, but it's like, just why? And then I have girls who message me asking me for tips and follow me and then unfollow me after I've helped them, and I'm just like, and obviously like I can't force them to follow me, but it's just, it's not even the sense of like another follower, it's a sense of someone that's still supporting me and appreciating me for the tips I give them. Yeah, anyways, ask me any questions below because I would love to help you. And yeah, this is your sign to start now if you're interested in it, because you're gonna regret it if you start later on. So I hope that helped. Have an amazing day, and thank you so much for watching.